So in this video we'll learn about data types and variables. Okay, so let's do it. Before that, let me just correct this. Okay, let's understand. So let's understand what we are trying to tell and what we are supposed to do. Just a second. Okay. And let's talk about data types. So why do we even need these data types and what are they? Let's understand about. Just using the right again. Data types. Suppose we are going to make a program, okay, just to add two numbers. So assume that the value of a is 5, the value of b is 10, and what you're doing is c equal to a plus b. Okay, ideally a is 5 and b is 10, so answer I should get is as 15. Make sense? But if I write this program, will it work if I write exactly what I have written here? Let's see, and then we'll come back to these types again. Let's see. Just create a new file. As these things we know we need to write it because we need the inbuilt functions, right? Make sense? Now come with the start block. Start block is this, right? Let's see. I'm saying a equal to 5, b equal to 10, c equal to a plus b. Okay, let's see it. Let's even see it. Let's say data types. Okay, it's giving me some error. It's saying that I don't know what it is. I have no idea what b is. I have no idea what c is. Okay, we need to actually specify what basically are we supposed to add. Okay, let's see what we're saying. Let me tell you what I'm supposed to say. Okay, let's see. See, you actually created this a, but now you need to actually say the compiler what exactly this is. Int a equal to 5. This means that your data that you want to store, it is an integer, it is a number. Okay, it is a variable whose name is a. Okay, and that value is 5. That means inside my memory the space will be made example a. Okay, it is an integer, that means it will contain integer values and the value is going to be 5. Does this make sense? Similar with b. Okay, make 10. And for c, a value will be, a space will be made. Okay, and see, for integers the space is basically 4 bytes. Okay, generally we'll see how we can calculate the this size also. We'll just see it. Okay, but for that let's see what we are supposed to do. See, I have done a and b, I have stored them. C basically means that a plus b, that means we need to even describe this int, so it's gonna actually store integers, right? So I'm gonna write 5 plus 10. How will I write it? Just write a plus b, so 15 will be stored here. Make sense? Let's see what I'm saying. See, if you write here int, here int, here int. Okay, let's see. Will we get any errors? No, we won't get any errors. But we won't print. We won't even print anything, right? Because we did not write the command as cout. Okay, let's see. So how we're gonna print it? We need to write it like this, like this. See, no. Why no? Because this actually says that whatever is inside, just print that value. Okay, but when, see, remember, when we have to print the variable, what is inside a variable, right? C is a variable, so don't give double inverted commas. Okay, just write it C. So like this, and you know it, why do we use this, and to give a new line. So now we will get 50. Let's see. Making sense? What we're supposed to, what I'm supposed to like say, right? Like whatever I'm saying, is it making sense? I hope it is, right? So now let's understand some things again. Let's clear this out. Okay, so we understood that int is a data type. Are there any more data types? Yes, there are. There are these data types. Let's see what are the data types. We have something called float. Why do we use float? To store decimal numbers. Okay, to store decimal numbers. We have something called boolean. Okay, it's gonna be true or false. Okay, We will require these things when we'll do some more programs. So I'm just giving you the basic idea, and as we will move further, as wherever we will require the data types, we'll again use it, and I'll explain you even that. Okay, so see, this value is gonna be 4 bytes. Okay, generally this, I guess it's 1 byte. Generally it's actually 1 byte, but actually depends on the compiler to compiler. We'll check. Okay, we'll see how actually we can get even that value. Okay, we'll just check. Just let me check. Let's just check it. What if I want to check what is the value of integer? What is the size of integer? So what you do is come here, int size. Okay, size. There is an inbuilt function called size of. Okay, whatever you give it inside of it, it will give you the size of that specific thing. So b is an integer, so you can just write here b. Come here, print the value of size. Okay, so see, size of b will return me an integer. Why an integer? Because the sizes are basically whole numbers. Okay, like not whole numbers, like they are natural numbers, like 1, 2, or whatsoever. So not 0. So it might be maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 8, anything. Okay, but it will never be like 1.5, 2.5. Okay, never. It will be never like this. So it's going to be an integer. So I've stored it here, and I'm trying to print it out here. Okay, let's see what it will give me. Let's see. So see, 15 was basically the C value, and 4 is basically the size of my integer. Making sense? Okay, now let's create something. Like let's create a float. Okay, float f, and let's rewrite it here, 2.34. You can write anything, it's fine. And let's just check the size of it. So int size, and let me write here f. Okay, that's right here, size of f. Okay, let's see, what are we expecting? We will be getting 4. Okay, generally it's 4. Okay, let's see what we get. 4. Okay, making sense? Okay, right. I hope making sense. I hope it's making sense. Okay, so next is your boolean. Okay, you can even write something like bool, and you can write something like bool, like answer, and you can actually give it like it's true. Okay, and if you print whatever is this boolean, what we're expecting? True. Okay, true even means 1. So what this C++ do is C++ actually converts true into 1. Okay, we'll see it how. Okay, this 1 basically is for whom? This 1 is basically for your this answer. Answer means true. True means 1. Okay, if I write here false, okay, so what we're expecting? 0. Obviously 0. Okay, makes sense? Great. Now there is something called double. Okay, what is double? Double is basically your things that you are going to store decimal numbers. Okay, you're going to store decimal numbers out there as well, but it's of 8 bytes. It means the size is double of float. This thing I'm saying. Okay, where is the arrow? It's here. See, float, we understood that it's of 4 bytes. We even checked it, right? Please come here. Float, we checked it that it is of 4 bytes. Okay, double generally it is for 8 bytes. Okay, even this is used for storing numbers only 3.24 or basically 6.38. See, when we are given a very large number, okay, if 4 bytes can't handle it, so then at that time we use double, because if in case we have only this space, example, this is your float example, but your number exists, this number example, you have 1.3499 or whatsoever, if in case the number exists, so we'll use something called double so that the number can come within it. Okay, making sense? Understand it? If you have a long piece of paper, then you can write more number, right? You can write more things. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, so let's even check the size of that. Okay, so let's even check the size of it. Let's check here. Come here. Okay, let me just come here and check the size of, let's just create size double. Okay, see, names you can give anything, whatever names you want to give. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, so now let's come here and size of, let's create name it as f. Okay, I'll make double du. Okay, double, let's create it. So it is double doub. Okay, and let's keep here 5.45. Okay, So now let's see what is it the value. See, it is not gonna print as the value, it's rather gonna print what is the size of this double. Okay, come here, print the value of size of d. I think it's 8. Generally it is 8. Let's see, it depends on the compiler to compiler. Yeah, okay, it's 8. Okay, so also let's just print this value, this answer. Okay, so even you can write like this: C out size of, okay, and answer. What does this mean? It means that it's gonna actually return an integer. Instead of storing it anywhere, I'm just directly printing it out. Making sense? So let's just check what is the value of it. Okay, and above it, let me just comment this out so that you won't get confused. Every print statement. Let's comment every print statement, even here and even here. Okay, let's see. So 1. That means it's basically a fun byte. Making sense? There's something called character as well. What is this character? Let's see what is this character. Character is basically used to store one a letter. I should say a small character. Okay, example A. And you'll note one thing: when I'm storing characters, I'm giving these single inverted commas. Okay, when you store characters, you will require to store it within a single inverted commas. Okay, so if you print it, let's print it and check what we're gonna get. Obviously, we're gonna get A. Okay, A. One was the size that we have printed, and then A. Makes sense? Makes sense, right? So I hope you are understanding the basics of data types, okay, and the variables. See what would have happened. Let's take the advantage of this second. Okay, let's take the example of this character only. So a character size storage was created with name character and A is stored there. Okay, making sense? What's happening? But this is not exciting actually. You know, we are actually giving the values whatever we want to print. Okay, even when we wanted to print this part, check, let me tell you. Even here when we were wanting to print the value, every time we're just printing C only and we're gonna get 15 only every time. We need something that's, if we have something that the user can decide. Example, if the number can be randomly like 5, 6, 7, 8, any number. Okay, that means I will give any number and it will give me the answer of any number. Okay, I will give any AB and it will give me the answer. I want that kind of functionalities. Okay, so we can do that. It's not that hard, we can do that. Okay, so in order to do that, let's understand that in the previous next video. That will be great, I guess. Okay, so see you guys there in the next video. And see, as we move further, we'll use data types like anything, and I will actually explain you even that. Okay, this is just to clear your basics. Okay, so I have the basics clear. What do we mean by data types? What are variables? How they're stored? And let me just say that on the next video we'll see how we can take the input from our users. Okay, so see you guys there. Thank you.